Yeah, just to add to that last post, I need to take accountability for how my impatience affects others. This is uh, most of the reason why I'm working on it, really, because when I am feeling uh, impatient about something, I will usually kind of step in with trying to create some sort of plan, or I will over explain how I see the situation in the hope that the other person will go, oh yeah, so we need to get something in place for that, and we need to make sure it happens. Or I will sometimes kind of mind read what the other person's process is. Like, I'll say stuff like, I know you think blah blah blah, but actually blah blah blah. Um, and or I'll suggest lots of resources or solutions or something like that. But all of that, let's face it, is controlling behaviour, and I shouldn't be doing it. Shouldn't be doing it. And I get negative feedback. At work, it can look like I'm questioning somebody's authority. So I'm told I'm difficult to manage, or bossy, or whatever. And in personal relationships, I can be told, well, I'm intense or controlling, or it's like, it's okay, Beth. We're just hanging out. We don't have to plan every single moment. And the kind of implication is like, don't plan it to death here. You're really killing the vibe, killing the buzz. And I want to have relationships. I love people. I want, my whole purpose is to help others. And although it's not so much of a problem in a professional context, because it's kind of a structured thing. There's a way of, it's like a business persona thing. You behave in a certain way. But in personal relationships, yeah, I absolutely can become, doing this controlling behavior. Not from a kind of place of dominance, but purely because my brain is kind of going, there isn't a plan, there isn't a plan. So that means it's not going to necessarily happen. It statistically reduces the chances of the thing that I want happening. And yeah, that's just not going to work for a lot of people. So that's why it's important for me to work on it, because I love having friends. I love having a partner. I love having colleagues that, I feel very close to, having a tribe and all that sort of thing. And of course, to a large degree, we can expect from people that we have a personal connection with to make certain accommodations for us. It's also important that we are showing that we have kind of done what work we can do. We've explored it to see how we can meet somebody else halfway in terms of our behaviours, so that we, get to enjoy the amazing privilege of having relationships with other humans, and at the same time not compromising ourselves too much, and making sure that our inner experience of it is good as well. So we're not actually masking in the relationship. We're kind of going, this is how I work, but at the same time, it's kind of meeting each other halfway. And I think that is definitely possible to do. I've seen that in some relationships I've had so far as I've been unmasking. And I really want that for you guys too. So feel free to look at it, explore it, absolutely own up to any controlling behaviours that you might be running. If you struggle in the same way that I do, but in a shame-free way, without judgment, because now you're aware of it, you can do something about it, and you were just doing the best you could. We're all doing the best we can, and then when we see something in ourselves, it's kind of like, oh, okay, and how can I work on that? How can I make that even better for everybody's benefit, especially yours, though, Queen, right? Because this is our life, this is our quality of life, and it's worth working on patience issues for our own inner peace and our own enjoyment of relationships with others. Yeah. Yeah, just do you, Zebra. Find your way.